thanks so much for joining me. So I'm here with another idea for my big book of ephemera. Okay, so you can follow the playlist in the description box below. There's quite an accumulation of different videos, and today I'm going to share how I've made these. What are they? These are oversized handmade paper clips. So let me show you what you can do with them. Okay, first of all, so obviously the idea is that they can clip on your page. So you can use these as just tabs. I've got one here and one here. They make great page tabs. They're removable, but obviously also they are movable. You can have them wherever you want, and you can use them as actual paper clips, like tucks to hold things. And obviously they are double-sided, so you can hold things on both pages. They're big enough to decorate further if you wanted to add on, I don't know, here's just an example, some more items and make like a cluster on there. You could. Okay, another idea is you can also, before you've finished, you can add some acetate and attach it to the edge there, so that you've got acetate there as well, so you've got something interesting showing. So as it's on here, you could write something interesting and use this as a way of highlighting it, or, you know, do a little cluster there, or maybe there's a part of your page you want to highlight, so you've got a window. But, you know, ultimately it is a oversized paper clip to hold things with. You can either even like hold a collection of things, for example, and you could glue the back side directly to a page if you wanted. Okay, lots and lots of use for them, and they're very fun and easy to make. Also, you can clip two pages together or use them as a bookmark. Loads of uses. So let me show you how I've made them. So we're starting off with some pieces of cardstock. Now, I've worked these sizes out to be a decent size. So this measures 3 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay. Now, I'm going to be using some tools to add shaping to mine. You don't have to add shaping. If you don't have tools that can do it, you can just use the same principle and have it just as a rectangle. Okay, you don't have to do any of the next things. So I've got a mini tab board, punch board. So I'm doing the edges. You can also do that with a envelope punch board. Okay, and then I've got one that does the angles for a tag. Okay, again, you could do that by eye if you wanted. Okay, or like I say, keep them rectangular. Then if you want to layer over with patterned paper, okay, you want to cut it the same, a 1/4 inch smaller on the width and on the height. So if this is 3 1/4 by 3 3/4, then this is 3 by 3 1/2. And whatever you do to this, do the same to this. So I'm going to do the tabs at the top the same, and then I'm going to punch that angle on the bottom the same. Okay. Then I will ink it, and you want to glue one of these. So you want to do two. You want to do one for the front and one for the back if you so desire. Okay, like I say, you could print or use double-sided scrapbooking paper. You could print out your own. You could print this image on white cardstock and then print the same on the back, so you don't have to layer them. But by layering them with paper, you're also adding just that little bit extra strength. Okay, so then what you want to do is glue them both on. Okay, I'm only doing one on here, but you do the same and glue it on the back. Okay, you do that and just put it on the best you can. Okay, and then do the same on the back. Then before the next step, it's really important that that is dry. Super important. So do a few. Okay, do a few. Layer them both sides, then set them aside to dry. So here's one that I made earlier. So I've layered it front and back. I've inked all the way around the edges before I've glued the paper on. So this is how I've worked my measurements out, and it gives you a lovely, lovely result. So from the top here down, you want to measure 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3/4 of an inch. So from the outer edge of the cardstock, grab yourself a pencil, because you can remove any marks you make with an eraser or rubber afterwards. 3/4 of an inch from the top. Then from the left side, you want 3/8 of an inch. 1, 2, 3. I've got a clear ruler, so I've got the 3/8 of an inch there lined up with the very edge of my cardstock, and I'm going to make a line. Okay, and I'm going to go to the other side and I'm going to do the same. 3/8 of an inch. And then on where if you've slanted it, if you haven't slanted it, just do the same along the bottom. If you've slanted it, you can do your 3/8 of an inch, and you can keep your slant by lining your markings up with the slant, okay, and make another mark. And then here, 3/8 of an inch. You could do 1/2 an inch if you want, but don't go less than 3/8 of an inch, because I've tried it with just 1/4 of an inch and you've not got enough strength in these side parts, okay? And then here, 3/8 of an inch, and join those lines up. Okay, and then what you want to do is, you're going to get yourself a sharp craft knife and a non-slip, really important, metal ruler. So mine's got like foam on the back so it doesn't slip. And you want to, from where you've done the 3/4 of an inch mark, you want to cut along where those lines meet. Okay, now because you've done cardstock and 2 layers of paper, you need to press on quite hard. So I'm going to line up my ruler. I'm going to put that right in there. Okay, and then I'm going to press on really hard. Okay, let me just see if that's gone all the way through, and it has, so I know I'm adding enough pressure. And we're just going to cut all the way along those lines that we've made. I can't see my line very well. Let me just extend it. Okay. Make sure your blade is sharp and that all of your glue is dry. If your blade's not sharp and your paper's not dry, it will tear the paper. Okay, and it won't cut nicely. Yeah. Okay, so now we cut into here. Just take your time. Doesn't matter if it's not perfect. This one's not perfectly straight. I've gone a bit wonky there, but it doesn't matter. You'll still get, it'll still be functional and you'll still get a really good result. Just take your time. Okay. And it also doesn't matter if you've overcut a little bit. You know, if you've gone past your lines a little bit, it doesn't matter, because we're going to ink, and the ink will hide any kind of discrepancies. If you've got a little bit where it's not quite caught, just nip in with your scissors. Yeah, and just release it. Rub out your pencil marks. Again, make sure your paper's dry, or else, you know, you're in fear of tearing it. Make sure there's no pencil marks on there. Lovely jubbly. Then get your distress tool, your ink, whatever you use, and you can just pull that forward, stick your hand in the back, and you can ink. And doing the inking, if you've not cut it perfect, it's a little bit rough, your inking will hide it. Okay, it will hide a multitude of sins. Then just lift that out of the way and ink the inside as well. Okay, just take some time over it. I'm doing mine really quickly. Okay, if you take your time, you'll get good results. And this is a great mass make for if you sat, you've got no inspiration. You know, you can use music page or book page, you know, something that would go with any theme of journal or project. Yeah, and make a heap of them. Yeah, and then set them to one side, and you can decorate them however you like to match the project that you're doing. So then I've got some words, and these are what I call general journaling words. So they're just non-specific, collect moments, capture the memory, etc. These are a free bit over on my Facebook group in the files section. Okay, the group's linked in the description box below if you want to come and join. There's heaps of freebies over there. Okay, then just decide which way you like the best. I quite like that one. You could put a word on both sides if you wanted. Okay, like so. And then you can add it to your journal wherever you like. I've already got a couple at the front there, so I'm going to add it here. Okay, and there you go. You've got yourself an oversized paper clip, perfect for adding, tucking ephemera in. Like I say, highlighting images, put a little cluster in there or a little photo, or use the acetate, like I said, and add that to the back as well to create a window. There's heaps of things you could do with that. It's fab. Okay, and the best thing is it's movable, so if you decide you want to move it or use it as a page marker or bookmark, you can just lift it out and move it. And also obviously it's double-sided, so not only have you got a tuck there, you've also got a tuck there. Perfect. So I hope that's a nice quick idea for you and that you will give it a try. I rather like them as page markers, but they're absolutely perfect little tuck spots. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.